When I first got my moped, I think it was maybe a month later I got a scooter, and then maybe 2 months later I got my first motorcycle, which was the 76 Honda CB360. It's like a little one, like this big. I think I got a Triumph, then about a year later, I also got my sports touring because I was a little bit sick of my vintage bikes breaking down. Last year I went on a trip to the East Coast. Just took off on my own, and then it was just the most exhilarating experience, just being out there with your own thoughts and nature. My big BFF, Andrew, he is the most lovable big guy ever.
I'm Andrew, I own the Emmett Ray, and we have the most diverse selection of whiskeys in Toronto.
We serve over 200 kinds of whiskey from all over the world. The Emmett Ray is in its 6th year, and to celebrate, I'm looking for a special whiskey. I'm looking for something rare, something that no one else in Toronto will have. I want whiskey lovers and my friends to try something truly unique. So I'm going out into the world, no matter how far, to taste for it.
So we were drinking one night and decided that we should go on a road trip through Scotland to visit all the distilleries. And this guy doesn't drive.
I have a push bike.
You have a push bike.
It's normally when I'm in a car, I'm usually holding onto the little handle on the side and the dashboard, scared for my life. Well, what we have to do is follow the rivers. Where there's a river, there's a whiskey distillery. If we follow this road here, especially.
Let's go there. I kind of wasn't concentrating because I was looking at all the twisty roads. I'm like, look at this one.
All right, well, we have different reasons for going to Scotland. We both agreed that it would be a good idea to go visit a local distillery to see what we're getting ourselves into. To wet our whiskey whistles, as they say. Or, as I say.
Yeah, this is at cask strength, so 62.5% alcohol.
Okay.
There's a little bit of
water.
So that comes straight out of that.
Straight out of that,
tin
actually
there.
it's higher.
And then you'll be running this through one more time, and then that'll be ready to barrel. And then I gotta wait at least 3 years before I can drink it.
3 years minimum by Canadian law before we can call it whiskey.
Which is just kind of mean if you think about it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
are you allowed to sell straight from here though? Can I get like a whole barrel?
I cannot
it?
sell to
No?
licensees.
Oh, so I got only home use.
Is this where I can?
I wouldn't.
So this is the first distillation.
Right.
Ah, and that's why it looks like porridge.
And that's why it looks like porridge.
Would you eat the slop that comes out?
It's like a rye slushy.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you done it?
I've never done it. You would have it at least let it cool first.
Yeah, I need to let it cool.
$90.29.
$90.29.
I can't read past bung stopper. I never really liked whiskey until I went to this amazing party. It was a Christmas party where all the drinks were free, so I got to try everything. And the bartender was like, hey, this is great, and this is the last drop of it. So I said, yeah, might as well. And I tasted it, it was great, but I couldn't remember the name of it. It started with a Glen. I later learned that there was a lot of whiskeys that start with Glen.
Well, there's Glenlivet, Glenfiddich,
I came to the bar and
Glenroses, Glenkinchie,
said, hey Andrew, I'm looking for a whiskey that starts with Glen, and he laughed at me.
Glenmorangie, there's a few of them there.
But he was nice enough to show me around and
There's Glendronach,
give me tasters of all the different Glens.
Glenfarclas.
That's the one. It was surprising that I could actually pick it out. There it is.
I think that's it. So we're gonna have to tour through the glens, all the valleys of Scotland.
I'm gonna try to hit up every distillery.
Well, we gotta find the Loch Ness Monster.
Yes.
I'm sure after a few drams, the Loch Ness Monster
will come to us.
will come to us, maybe.
We need a cheers to our trip.
To a trip, to whiskey, to travel,
And to friends.
and to friendship.